league management company. It was supposed to be there for just one season, organize elections. The next season, it has
moved. That was their mandate.
That was the mandate.
Clearly spelled out.
But then there was a proviso at the end that they could also do anything to restructure the league. So you can always play on that.
That blank check.
That's a blank check. You can always play on that. But the transformation into the league management committee has a lot of loopholes. That's the truth. A lot of loopholes. We discovered it in the last 5 days, particularly where the president of the Nigerian Football Federation signed as the chairman of the Nigerian Football Association. Because I know that there is the process of changing the football governing instrument in Nigeria from NFA Act to NFF Act that has gone through, I think, second reading or so. So if you are getting involved as NFA Act now, where exactly are you going? That's one issue. Let's go on and raise, but these issues have raised a genuine problem because the NFA, the NFF, signed an affidavit that they are not NFA just a couple of months ago. But now you are signing a registration as NFA. And you still have an affidavit in the courts that you are not NFA. Clearly.
Double standard.
Clearly. So if we think that there is no loophole in that registration, there is.
Somebody can if somebody fires a lawsuit claiming that something has been done.
Let's move very quickly to the next one because this is also a very key part of our submission tonight on the screen. Let's see what the next one is around all of this very quickly so that we can situate things the way they are as objectively as we can. The League Management Committee allocation of shares during their registration also needs to be revised. Because in the registration of forms, the chairman of the LMC had 20 million shares. NFA president, he signed as NFA chairman, Elijah Aminu Miguel, I think had 5 million shares. The 20 million shares held by the LMC chairman, he has explained himself, he's holding it in trust.
And he has also signed and deposited an affidavit?
That he's holding it in trust. But wouldn't it have been better if it was 1 million shares each for the 20 Premier League clubs?
So you are holding it in trust. The club owners, are they minors?
They are not minors.
Are they underage?
They are not underage.
How can you hold shares in trust for people who are mature, who can take decisions for their clubs? I don't think it's appropriate.
That, for me, this is the board of potential.
Who are the board of directors of this company? You know the way things are consulted. When you start a company, there must be board of directors. And those directors are always there. So who are the board of directors? How come you are holding shares in trust for people you didn't hold any consultations with? So these are the issues. You cannot shave a man's head in his absence.
In law, you only hold something in trust, these kind of things in trust for a person who is either a minor who's not yet of age,
or who is intelligently capable,
mentally incapacitated. And last time I checked, all the gentlemen who are in the club owners are men of sound mind and character. So it leaves plenty to be desired. And for me, it seems as if there is a lot that is. They've left it. It's very shady the way they've gone about it.
Another one, key one, gentlemen, the league management company needs to develop the attitude of service for the clubs and not lordship or rulership.
I have plenty to say about this. You see, the truth about it is the way, at every point in time, the club owners have consistently maintained that as a person, they have nothing against Nduka Rabo. They've always praised him and said they liked him as a person. But the way his methods have left a lot to be desired. And for me, it seems as if you can equate this to trying to gain the affections of a woman by force. What happens to seduction, toasting as you call it in Nigeria? You have the way they've gone about it is as if there's a hidden agenda. And for me, maybe they should take a cue from Robert Greene's book, The Art of Seduction, because the way they're going about this is it really calls a lot into question.
I don't want to use the example of seduction and a woman that you have been using since morning. I want to use some of the words that Nduka Rabo has used, calling the Congress of the clubs an illegality.
That is not seduction.
That is football statutes clearly states that the Congress is. Maybe they prefer to call it annual General Assembly. It's the same thing.
When
annual general meeting is the same thing.
When they held the inaugural meeting, these people that you are calling illegitimate, you invited them to the meeting. and you ask them to nominate 2 members. The same alleged.
No, it was not the one that told them to nominate.
No,
it was the minister, and the NFA that did all the nomination.
Okay, the minister is also part of the.
The minister, so they need to put peace. Let's come to this one. This is another key part of the whole thing. The Football Federation is expected to provide jurisdiction or statutory boundary for the league and not get involved in the day-to-day operations or programs unless invited. So this is the practice with all the major leagues in the world that we have listed. They just provide you a boundary. But the
NFF or NFA or whatever you want to call them are not independent. So they don't know the essence of being independent. Right
they
now,
cannot grant anybody.
Yes. Right now, the way they are structured,
you can only give what you have.
Yes, you cannot go to the house of the frog and ask for a seat. The way the NFF is structured,
that's a new
they are subservient to the ministry, and you know why? Because they have a lot of tournaments this year and they need money, crumbs for the ministry.
And they cannot generate money on their own.
So they have to queue behind the minister. So they cannot now preach independence.
Dependence cannot give back to independence.
Absolutely.
And in FIFA statutes, FIFA recognizes that the Congress of any of its affiliates is supreme. Any Congress that is duly called, with a proper quorum is formed, and everything is done properly, it cannot be overturned.
You see,
so if these men, if the club chairman, if they form a congress and decisions are taken there, decisions that can go ahead as reaching some issues in Nigeria football that a lot of people might not like, if it is duly called as it should, no one, not even the minister, can tamper with it. But on paper, but we know there are always political ways about doing this. I'm just saying, if a certain Kojo Williams.
Let's not go there.
Tried this a few years ago.
Let's not go there.
We remember how
the details.
We remember how
you remember the board at that time.
But we all
let's not go there because we don't have the details. But let's before we wrap up, this is a summary of all that we've been able to put together. We are not taking sides with anybody. We are just saying it the way it is. That if the two parties can work on this that I've highlighted, our league surely will be on the way, will be on the path forward. Let's close this discussion around the LMC Club Owners Face-Off with these words from the Senator Abubakar Bukola Saraki. His opinion, as you can see on your screen, he says there is a need to make a change that will put in place a stronger, viable football league, obviously in Nigeria, which I believe is what the LMC is trying to do, but have not fully carried the chairman along in the process. This is a lesson in diplomacy. It says it, LMC, good intention, good people, good men, good ideas, but
you must pass your message across.
That is what we are consistently maintaining on this program. Yeah. The way and manner in which the LMC have gone about their business leaves a lot to be desired. If you must do anything, you must invite them and talk to them. Whether you like it or not, these people have been in the system for so many years.
Absolutely.
Maybe there is a method to this madness. Maybe he wants to start a fire first, then they call everybody together to now put out
the fire.
But they must make their intentions clear.
I think that's a summary for us as well. We stand with Senator Abubakar Bukola Saraki, who is a genuine club owner.
Yeah. So who is a fake club owner?
I don't know. LMC good intention. We like to see changes. We've always talked about changes on this program, but we like it to be done through communication and carrying everybody along.
So what are the changes that we're talking about? Security, welfare of players. While they are in a banquet hall discussing the cozy confines of hotel rooms and whatever, there was a match in Kano, Heartland Pillars.
Where somebody was shot.
Yes, a policeman was allegedly shot.
So a policeman shot a fan.
No. A policeman shot the man, and the policeman was mobbed.
Yes,
he was mobbed. So when such a match, high-profile match, is going to take place, that should be, top-notch security. These are the things we're talking about. Good playing surface. Insurance schemes for players.
For the players.
Some players,
contracts for players and coaches.
Some players have died and nothing went to their families.
And what about also marketing and revenue generation?
These are the real issues.
All right. Week 9 this weekend. The crisis hasn't affected football on the pitch. I hope it doesn't affect it. But let's look at the fixtures this weekend. ABS against 3SC in Ilorin. Sunshine against Aqua United. Sharks against Bayelsa, Heartland against Wiki, Rangers against Kano Pillars. That's a big game. Nasarawa against Lobi. That's the battle of the Middle East.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Neighbors.
Middle Belt. They are neighbors. Middle Belt. It's a Middle Belt derby. Enyimba against Dolphins, Nembe against Gombe, Warri Wolves against Kwara, Kaduna United against El Kanemi. These are fixtures from the MPFL. Well, National League, the big news from the National League today is Austin Eguavoen